Hi, everyone. Today is your day 8 of your detox, 8 out of 10 days. So, as promised, today is the day that we are going to hear a little from Ronnie. Those of you who have been on our team for years know Ronnie, know that he is a wealth of information when it comes to really anything regarding health, but most his passions really are in the realm of fitness. Okay. So, and a lot of you are detoxing because you want to lose weight. I always say that should be more of like a side effect of this detox, and that there should be other things you're looking to feel through it, like less inflammation, more energy, like all these things. But I know a lot of ladies, your motivation is dropping a few pounds, and that's fine. I totally understand what that feels like. And that is Ronnie's expertise. He helps people with fitness, nutrition, because let's face it, like if you want to lose weight, that's the first thing that's gotta get figured out. It's like what you're eating, right? What you're not eating, what you're eating, how much you're eating, and all of that. But one of the things that I learned from Ronnie as I've been on my own, wellness journey and weight loss journey and all the things is how important protein is, and that I don't eat enough of it. I don't think many people do. We can supplement with shakes and all of that, but he has really delved deep into research with aminos, and I'm going to have him share a bit more about that because he can explain it way better than me. A couple ladies on the team who did the 3-day water fast with me a couple weeks ago started on the aminos and have really been blown away at what they're experiencing on them. So I wanted to add that. And even though it's not a doTERRA product, I am definitely about promoting doTERRA because I believe in doTERRA. But if there's something that doTERRA doesn't offer and there's real value there for your health, I am all about sharing that information too. So, and it is not a multi-level marketing company, so I can freely do that with these aminos. So I will let Ronnie take it away and just explain to us like what makes aminos different than like if we just had a protein shake. How are we upping our protein? How is this helping us? What can people experience with these? What makes Perfect Aminos different than other aminos on the market? I know I gave you a lot to cover there, but let's start with that, and then I'll ask questions as we go.
Okay, so yeah, I really appreciate the time and the space to be able to talk about this because this is an area that I'm really passionate about, and I've been in nutrition and specifically sports nutrition since about 2010 is when I started my own business and really started working more specifically with bodybuilding and weight loss, and so that encompasses nutrition. That's the core of it all, and even when we're doing our consultations and we're working with our clients with essential oils and all of our wonderful products, we're always going to talk about nutrition as our foundation. So when we think about that, we need to think about, what are we actually getting when we talk about protein? Why do we need protein? Um, and why is it always one of those things when we're talking about protein? It's like, it seems to be like this confusion around it. Like, how much protein should I eat? Am I going to get too much protein? Is protein bad for my kidneys? All these different things. So hopefully this will help you to just bring a little bit of, lightness to the conversation as well as to just make some things make sense. So when we think about protein, what we're really talking about is amino acids. That's what makes up our protein. So the proteins are made up of chains of amino acids. So when we take on our protein supplements, and we have some great options, that is a food supplement. So we're going to use that as a quick fast food meal. So when I think of protein shakes, I think of that as fast food. Some of you might think of fast food chain or the drive-through or something like that. I don't. That's out of my vocab. I think of protein shakes, that's fast food. Okay, so that's a good option. That's a viable option. But what would be a better option if we don't have access to a whole food meal or a protein shake, or maybe we've got allergies or something, or we've got sensitivities, we've got GI issues. There's a whole list of reasons why maybe this isn't what's resonating with you. So we can think of just amino acids. So you have your essential amino acids that the body requires you to take in from outside sources. means your body doesn't produce them. Proteins are made up of about 20 amino acids. Your essential amino acids consist of 8 amino acids, arguably 9, but we're going to talk about 8. And there's a formula that was developed that is 99% utilized by the body when you ingest it, and it goes right into the body and feeds all of the cells and all of the tissues and all of the things that need protein. And the way that that works is essential amino acids tell the body to build protein. So it can get confusing in the way that we talk about it, because when we think about the protein that we take in, we think I'm going to eat protein, that protein is going to build protein. But that's not what happens. We take in protein from our foods, from our shakes, and from other sources, and our body breaks that down into individual amino acids and then has to reassemble them so that they can build the protein that we want, all the way down to our cells, all the way down to our DNA. So if we've got any reason why that's compromised, it's going to have an effect on how we age, how we feel, the inflammation in our body, our GI system, our energy levels, everything. So we can cut out all of the nuances, take a supplement like Perfect Amino, and ensure that we're going to get 99% absorption. Reason why it's 99% is because for legal reasons, you can usually never say 100%, okay? But it is utilized by the body at the highest level. So even better than food. But it's not a replacement for food. I don't want anybody to think that you're going to do this in place of food. There's other factors in food, like other cofactors, like your fats and your vitamins, your minerals and things. This is not going to provide you with nutrition. This is going to provide you solely with the amino acids. So a serving of the product, which is this, it comes in a pill and in a powder, is going to give you 5 grams of amino acids. So on average, you need about 10 grams up to 20 grams a day. And what that will do for your body, this is for the average person, we can always fine tune it for an individual, is it's going to allow your body to rebuild and replenish all of the protein that it needs to rebuild structure, cellular integrity. So that's going to affect your hair, your skin, your nails, your organs, all of your tissues. And when the body has the amino acids that it needs from like what's in the Perfect Amino, the body is in more of a in more balance. There's more homeostasis going on. There's less inflammation going on. So what does that then look like? Well, we look healthier, our body acts healthier, and we have healthier metabolism. We have healthier weight. So a lot of times the side effect is an unintentional one with the product, is when people start using it, they start to lose body fat because the body's getting what it needs. It's getting the amino acids that it needs. What happens so often is that when you're amino acid deficient, your body is going to constantly get that little trigger of hunger. It needs more, it needs more, it needs more. So if you're eating an incomplete protein or something that doesn't have the essential amino acids that it needs, you think you're eating protein. You're like, hey man, I just ate all this protein. Why am I so hungry? Because your body's not getting the building blocks it needs to do its job. Your body's a self-regulating system. It wants to repair and fix itself. If it doesn't have the tools and the parts to do it, it's going to keep sending a signal. I need more. I need more. So you keep eating more until you get what it needs. So what happens to all the calories and all those other amino acids? Where do they go? Well, they get converted into sugar, and the body's either going to store that as body fat for fuel for later, or it's going to come out as nitrogen based. That's not a good thing. We don't want that to happen. So that's why sometimes people will go on what they would think is a healthy program and they're not getting the results they want. And it's because the puzzle pieces aren't fitting together. So that's where Perfect Amino is an ingenious product. So it was originally used by many clinicians. It's been used even in babies that have the inability to digest, and they're new. They have a new digestive system, help to repair the GI system. My personal story is that I got into the aminos because I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and I needed something to alleviate the stress of eating. It was just a place where I was stuck, I have to gain weight, I have to gain muscle, I want to get strong, I want to repair myself and get rid of inflammation, but I can't eat. Doesn't make any sense. So I discovered the product and started using it, and it was phenomenal. So, um, I could go on and on about all of the benefits, but the bottom line is that this is a highly usable source of protein, for your body to rebuild its structural protein. So I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It does. I'll probably have to watch this over a few times to grasp it all again, but hopefully that's what everyone else here is doing. And that if you want to add this to your nutrition, to the macros, some of you already are posting about the different apps you're using and knowing your macros and really starting to track those things, because you've said, like, I've been doing this for a while and I'm not getting results. And I said, are you tracking? Right? So now you're doing that so you can really see in black and white what you're really doing. And you're already noticing a difference and a shift. And you're understanding why maybe you weren't getting the results, because in your mind you were doing one thing, but when you have to look at it in front of you, now it's like there to see and it's real, right? So if you feel like this is something that can help you further, we will be posting Ronnie's link and his code so you can get a discount on either the pills or the powder. I take the powder myself because I already take so many pills every day that I'm done with pills. So I take the powder, I put it in my water, and I mix it with electrolytes. So, because it does have a bit of a bitter flavor, I will say that. But it's not bad. I do the lemon ones. I add the electrolytes to it and it's totally fine. I drink it when I go to the gym. Um, I feel more energy. I feel I do feel like I've noticed more muscle toning in my body since I've been using it. And it's been awesome. My dad takes it. He's had a stroke a few years ago and it's really helped. I believe all these different things that he's doing is what's really helping him, you know, um, thrive through all of the crazy things he's been through health wise, and here he is still kicking, right? I really don't believe if he didn't implement a lot of these things that would be the case. So important. I really trust what Ronnie thinks is phenomenal. I trust that because he literally researches everything, every ingredient, like all of that. So if you want to get this, it will be in the link. And also, if you want more guidance, like if you're really ready in 2024 to make this the year that you don't just, do the trendy thing in the beginning of the year and do your detox and drop 10 pounds and then go back to the things you did, the rest of the years you've been here, but you really want to make this a lifelong change. I think the more information you have to make those things stick have to do with getting guidance from experts, right? I mean, you could Google things, you could YouTube things, and you can learn. But when you're getting customized help based on your lifestyle, based on what you tend to default to, because let's be real, like you're going to default back to who you are. But if you can get more information that is very specific to you, you may stick with things longer. And the thing is, when you stick with things a little bit longer and you create a habit of it, then things can shift long term. So Ronnie's also available for that. If you want a half hour with him, I will put his email there in the comments as well. So you can schedule that with him, get a little more guidance from him. Even with the macros, like, yes, you have your apps, but he can really fine tune that based on you. Like what I eat and what you eat, even if we are the same age, if we are very similar in some ways, it can still be very different based on how I work out, how you work out, how I sleep, like all these different factors that, these apps are missing. So take advantage of that. Use the tools we have and the gifts we have on our team, that we're so blessed to attract these people that know way more than I do in different areas. And that is the beauty of it. I'm not going to know it all. We come together and we learn from each other, and that's a wonderful thing. So we are really blessed to have Ronnie on our team. I hope that more of you take advantage of that, talk to him, get all the guidance you can. I know in my life, it's helped me tremendously with my health, with staying a healthy weight. It's definitely not something that comes easy to me. Trust me, okay? Like it doesn't. So even if you know all the things, because I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what I'm supposed to eat, right? But it's still hearing it from another voice, having that reiterated, having that reminded, or just like venting when I need to and having him remind me of things. Like it's a mindset thing too, right? Because if it was easy, if it was just eat healthy, you'll be fine. Our minds play tricks on us, not on everyone, right? Some people they eat for health and that's it. Other people and a lot of people eat for filling emotional gaps, for doing all these other things. And that's where having support systems becomes important because you can overcome those things 100%. You just have to have the community. And that's what we have that you're not going to find at GNC or Whole Foods or any of these places that you can go out and buy products. It's the community and the guidance, the continued education, and the continued support that we bring. So Ronnie is a part of that. And he is one of the people on my team that knows the most out of everyone, honestly, to keep it real with you. So take advantage of that. Learn from him, get your aminos, and let's continue on this journey. There's 2 more days left of this detox. And then I really, really hope you continue on with us in the 30-day program in Juliana's group that we will be posting that day 10. So you can join us in that. Join Ronnie's page as well. I will post that in the link so you can continue. He posts a wealth of information throughout the entire year. And let's just stay connected. Okay, guys, thanks so much. See you soon. Need to stop the recording.